Whoa, it's your famous bestest drummer, and now drumming in glass because I'm in Studio A this week, no longer Studio B. I have changed locations. So Sunday, the 13th of December, we are a week and a half, not close to Christmas. This is it, December. First guest. Let me get the reel lined up, and then we will get this thing going with no further delay.
Boy, Chilli, woman, not easy, nah. Talk about trouble. Let me go. Start to wind up low, low. Start to wind low, low. Farang, Spanish farang. I come for the pony, honey, when the pony. And she want the king, she want the king. Don't drink and drive, boy, just give she the king. So I take him to a rima.
I want a pussy.
We gone down Separia.
I want a pussy.
I leave in here for China. I'm flossing up for China. Girl, you got it good, you got it good, girl, you got it good, you got it good.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your fun director here speaking.
Rom, he's the fun director. I mean, you meet him and all you hear is
His room, his room, his room.
Is Rome. This Rome.
it's Rome.
This is Rome.
Rome! It's Rome! You sound like Scooby-Doo. It's Rome!
It's Rome! It's Rome! It's Rome! Yo, Rome. What's going on?
I love the intro.
Thank you. I take a lot of pleasure in making the intros for my guests because it allows me to see their catalog.
Right.
And another thing, so even when I found that clip from the VH1 thing, I was rather cracking up because I never saw that clip before.
Right.
Where I'm thinking, wait, this is how some people hear it's Rome. They're like, Scooby-Doo, it's Rome. Which is hilarious to me. So I'm thinking, okay, that's cool. And then with you two, it was so many music videos, Rome. I think I left out about at least 3 videos.
Right.
Because your clip would have gone beyond a minute. And I was trying to keep it within that minute mark. And I said, wait, Rome have so much music videos out there?
Yeah.
You put in real work, man. Like real work.
Yeah, I try to keep a lot of digital content out there because of the timing that we're into.
Yeah. Insane. So for me, when I started doing the music videos, I think the first one I pulled as far as date for the oldest one was 2013. It was a Soca one. I don't think I posted that one. I think it was Push Back or something like that.
Right, Push It Back. That was my first song and I did a video for that song. That was
it was your very first song?
Yeah, first ever song. Before I even started Soca Parang, it was my first ever song. It was a Soca.
Yeah. Okay.
Push It Back.
So Soca 2013, 7 years later. I think.
Ooh, that's how long ago that was. 7 years ago.
Yeah, and it seems longer to me. To be honest, right? But you had a transition where you went from, so you were Soca, but all of a sudden now I find that you picked up a lot of momentum when you started doing the Parang stuff.
Yeah, I did.
So what was the whole reason that you say, you know what, let me shift and get into the Parang game?
What ended up happening was because I started Soca and I started singing this kind of sweet man Soca.
Yeah.
Because of my image, people kind of put me in this box of, all right, he's a pretty boy and he's supposed to be singing this type of music, and I fell for the trap and I started to sing that type of soca. Right. And then anyone who knows me personally will know that my personality is not like that at all. I am very wild and crazy and fun-loving, and I am a big storyteller. And when I started writing Parang, I was able to be more of myself in the Soca Parang, because I could tell stories. So when I was a child, I always would write stories, like creative writing stories, and I would write calypsos where I would be storytelling. And I found as though in my Soca Parang songs, I was able to tell more of a story. And that's how I started to pick up momentum with the Soca Parang songs. And then I used that momentum now into the soca, because I would tell you, honestly, flat out, to be a soca artist is tough.
Yeah.
Like starting off is tough. It is tough, yo. Because nobody knows who you are. They don't know your music, nothing like that.
You think even for people starting out today, which is good because we have somebody, our second guest is literally now starting out. And I don't think she's going to box herself into being a soca artist, but
Right.
We will find out more later when we talk to Savanna, right?
Right.
You're
I
saying it's
mean,
tough.
now
And I
it's
think
tough, yeah.
maybe today, in this day and age, it might be a little easier because you don't need to rely on radio stations and TV stations to push you.
So that was the other thing with me with Soca Parang, is because Parang in Trinidad and Tobago does not depend on the radio at all.
Right.
So coming out as a soca artist is a roller coaster of emotions. You do this song in the studio and you're like a high, like, wait, this song is great. I love this song. I think it's going to be a hit. You hear it on the radio for the first time and it's like, that emotion is up there, and then you never hear the song again on the radio.
Wow.
And your heart just sinks and it dives down. And with soca, it's difficult to get a stage to perform on, to get the song out there to the people. With Parang, on the other hand, now, I was able to perform that song, my first Soca Parang song, everywhere. I went to
Which was the first one, Annie?
The first one was called Liquor.
Oh, good. So even going before.
Yeah, before Annie. Annie
So
was
way before Annie, way before all the other, the ones that I know, you had.
Yeah. The first one was Liquor, and then Lovable, and then Annie. Okay.
Right.
So
I think we missed one too. Well, Soca Parangs. No, sorry, the Latin Parang or the
Spanish Parang.
Spanish Parang was somewhere up there too.
Yeah. Spanish Parang, yeah, true. So I would perform every little hawk and spit bar in Trinidad and Tobago. Every hole in the wall had a parang.
Every corporate Christmas party.
Every corporate Christmas party. And that is how I started to connect with the people and started to get my name out there without depending on the radio. So then by the time I got so popular in Parang, people knew me as an artist, so that when I released a soca song after that, it was easier for me to use the traction from the Parang into the soca.
Well, which one do you enjoy more today, honestly? The Parang or the soca?
I think I enjoy the Parang more than the soca.
Yeah, it seems so.
Yeah, I do. I love soca to my heart, but I think the Parang are able to more be myself in the Parang with the storytelling aspect. And the double
what
meaning.
year do you think you're going to run out of ideas to come with this catchy Parang thing? How many ideas can we come up with in a Trini?
So every year, Dre, I go through this. I think, how could I beat last year? Like, it's unbeatable. Like, how could I top Annie? What could I do to top that? And then this year I came out with Lie with Destra.
Right.
And everybody's like, yo, this is your best song. And I'm like, you think this is my best song? Wait till you hear the song for next year. And then you will know. But it's like an ever-evolving wheel. It just keeps on building.
Yeah.
And for me, it's not about becoming the best Soca Parang artist out there, but beating myself from last year. Once I'm in my own race, trying to do better than I did every year with every song. Yeah. And that's how I just keep the momentum going.
Nice. Which Parang artists were you inspired by when you got into your Parang thing? Who are your Parang favorites?
My first, I would say, it would be Sprang Alang. He had a song called Bring Drinks with roti and egg, peanut butter and turkey leg.
Yeah.
So I would say he was like the ad-lib king. When you look at my songs and listen to my songs, you would see I would have funny ad-libs in there. It was because of Sprang Alang. Yeah.
Right. So it wasn't...
After that, Kenny G inspired the double meaning, the double entendre type songs.
Yeah.
And then I used the vibe from Scrunter itself. So those three artists were the ones that really inspired me to do my music.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So in your IG, what is the description? You have your recording artist, radio presenter. So you do radio as well. You're on radio still?
Yeah, we actually probably have the #1 morning show in the country. In
really? Now, I know you were doing something with DJ Greg. Is it still with Greg or something else?
No, now I'm on Boom Champions, 94.1. Yeah.
Nice.
So we built a huge fan base. So it's me, Jade, dancing Jade, and DJ Shane. So we have a great morning show. It's called the Morning Pump on Boom.
Okay. Man, and are you one of those people that when you're on radio, you tend to use that as a medium to push your own stuff? Or don't?
Well, actually, no, I don't. I use radio to push my ideologies because I use the radio platform as an avenue I have a great influence on people on the radio. You wouldn't
Right.
believe how many people would listen to what I would say and run with it. So I have to be really careful what I say. And I use that platform to kind of mold the minds of the listeners
Okay.
in a positive way. So, and as well, a lot of old talk and laughter and entertainment. Because I believe morning radio is the job of a morning radio announcer is to put you in a good mood to start the day.
True.
So I will be informative, positive, but we catch general kicks because I don't want you getting into work upset. You must get into work with a smile on your face and ready to face the day ahead. Yeah, so morning radio for me is just all about entertainment. Not about me pushing my music. I don't use
It's
it.
not about that. Have you gotten, because being on radio and the whole natural vibe and conversation about topics, whether it's relevant or current issues, news, do you get a lot of ideas towards your songs and the music where you're like, oh shoot, I need to do a song on this because that was a really good topic. I'm gonna write that down.
Because I'm on radio, what it makes me do is I have to be abreast with current affairs all the time. So I must watch the evening news every night and I must read the newspapers every morning. So I'm in touch with current affairs both locally and internationally. So that does help me in terms of writing my music because a lot of my topics are current affairs topics, or even with Spanish Parang, when I sang that's like a social commentary topic itself.
Right. What is the biggest topic in TNT this week?
This week in TNT is, well, around the world is all about the vaccine.
Now.
Yeah, so a lot of the time on radio, I'll be kind of trying to encourage the listeners that when the vaccine does come out, who would take it and who wouldn't take it.
So that's discussion. Who will take it and who won't? What does the survey say?
Vaccine, let's go take it, yeah.
What does the survey say in TNT for taking it versus not taking it?
A lot of people are skeptical because they're like, where does vaccine come from? In less than a year, you'll come up with this vaccine. Y'all can keep that. And I'm telling them, I want a party. I want the first vaccine. I am going on the first boat ride with the vaccine.
There's so much things that are making people more skeptical, and I'm sure a lot of it is fake news. I'm getting stuff in my inbox where people taking it, and again, all kind of side effects that making you scared to want to take it.
Right.
And those are the people that think this whole COVID thing is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
And then you have the people that say like you, hey, listen, give me double shot because I'm ready to go back to normal life. If this is what it means to go back to normal, slap me with the vaccine quick.
You see, those who affected the most by it would be the entertainment sector. We have been hit the hardest. We were the first to close and we will be the last to reopen.
Facts.
So anybody who in the entertainment sector would know. And then the difficulty for the entertainment sector is that anytime there is a flood or a natural disaster, the entertainers are the ones that put together a concert for free to raise funds for people in need. But then where's everyone when the entertainers are in need? So the entertainers and the entertainment sector, like you are in the entertainment sector, so not only the entertainers, but the cameramen, the lightsmen, the stage hands, everyone that is involved. We've been affected. So you will find that our sector, we're ready to take that vaccine.
Yeah. And you know what's so ironic too? Even now in the need and I realize this, when people, you're saying where are they when the entertainment industry needs a hand? Yet they still want a hand where they call in the entertainer saying, hey, I have a Zoom party, I need you.
Well, boy,
I need a virtual DJ, I need this. So it's like, wait, when will it stop? The entertainment people have to keep entertaining and still not get paid.
Everybody, as it's Christmas time, everybody and their tanty calling room, having this virtual Christmas party. You could just pop in and sing 2 songs. Yeah. And I'm like, if you really care about your entertainers, now would be a great time for you to pay us to perform in your virtual parties.
Right. But I think we get it there naturally, though. I want to assume the corporate sponsors already picked up on that and are hiring entertainment.
Yeah.
Right?
I do. I have a good few shows, virtual concerts that I perform with, and the corporate Trinidad and Tobago has paid. So I must say kudos to them for doing that and for supporting the culture. And even when I'm having my Parang show coming this Saturday, and I got great backing from my sponsors, Digicel, Pizza Hut, UE Credit Union, Nagico Insurances. So we got great support from corporate Trinidad and Tobago who supporting the culture. So I must say thanks to them.
Right. And that's, I mean, I think naturally we're going to all get there where this will, even when things get back to normal, I still believe virtual will still be a part of our lives because I love it too. I love the fact where sometimes I could go into 2 or 3 different fetes from my bed in one night.
Right.
You know, I'm like, shit, what Rome doing live here? Okay, let me check that. Hey, shit, Ryan on too? Let me jump in the Ryan session. And then I go into New York, I see Back to Basics online, all the way down in Amsterdam because, you know, they're soaked in Soca. So I love the fact too where we could just dive in and dive out and I get bored, I'd have to stay.
Well, I'm glad you said that because a lot of people don't know I'm actually the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Promoters Association. So,
I didn't know that.
Right.
Okay.
So we are an association here, which includes the tribes, the Scorches, the Caesar's Army, everyone that throws a fete in Trinidad and Tobago. We belong to the association and I'm the president. So we have a lot planned for Carnival 2021 in terms of a virtual carnival. I mean, I can't reveal everything here, but just know that we're going to have a big virtual Carnival 2021 coming. Because all of the other islands, I have friends in Barbados, in Lucia, who touch and base with me because they are waiting to see what we are doing.
Everybody want to know what TNT going to come up with.
Yeah, they're waiting to see what is TNT coming with because we kind of set the pace for the rest of the year when it comes to that. So we have to come. We can't have the greatest show on earth and just miss Carnival. So look out for our virtual Carnival coming.
I totally agree. Now, is this the same alignment with the Avengers post that came out? Was it
Yeah. So that got a lot of flack in terms of the Avengers post. And those guys are going to be spearheading it. And they are all members of the Trinidad and Tobago Promoters Association. And we are supporting them in this whole thing. A lot of corporate backing as well. And then in the background, we have meetings with all of the different stakeholders. But I guess with that, clearing up that picture too, is that I think it's like the wrong message. A lot of people felt as it was just quote unquote the Avengers, but including the rest of the promoters as well, is not excluded anyone.
Yeah. I saw Simon Matisse posted something on his Facebook that kind of explained from his point of view the whole thing, and I love it because we in today's day and age quick to touch the keyboard and just start bashing. Fine. We don't look for the good. We always look for the bad. We don't even try to understand the picture. Like, what was the background of this? How did it even get there? What's happening? It was just quick to start to pull it apart.
Exactly. They don't know where this came from, and they don't know how many other people are involved. They just see one picture and they kind of run.
So we'll get there. So it's too early to reveal more. I know I reached out to
We're still in the planning stages of it, so I don't want to reveal too much as yet, but it's coming. Something big.
Yeah. I'm laughing because I see Georgie said I thought Rome was the president of the Red Man Association.
I'm the vice president of the Red Man Association.
Vice.
Guess is still the president.
Guess is still the president. Is there a Red Woman Association?
Woo!
And I think we need to have if there's a Red Man Association, there must be a Red Woman Association. There must be.
The Red Woman Association. Jesus, that will be bacchanal.
And we need to start, and I need to know the president, the vice, the VPs, and all of them. For me. Speaking about Red Woman, our second guest.
Right.
Upcoming artists out of TNT. And I love this. I love this because this part of my show is to showcase and it was always from the start for me, Rome, to put a face to an artist's name and face the name, right? So people might hear Rome music on the radio, but they'll never know what Rome look like.
Right.
And now I'm saying, hey, this is Rome, this is who Rome is, and this is his music. And I love now too, especially finding the gems and the upcoming artists who now bust a 1 song or 2 song. I love when I find these people. I'm not saying like I'm responsible for them. I just love finding them and helping to push and get them out to our platform because I was always about that life. And when I hear talents and I see talents, I'm quick to try and say, you know what, this person could go far. And one of the names is someone like Cal P. And when Cal P, I had no idea who Cal P was until Private Ryan had mentioned one of his songs on the top 10 list that he does for us weekly. And I listened to that song. It was Paramount High. I said, yo, where did this guy come from and who is he? I went and I listened to Paramount High. I went on his YouTube channel. I've started to listen to all his music. And now Cal P is on my playlist every week.
Right.
Like, I love Cal P music. And I'm still thinking, and I told Cal P, I said, Cal P, you're already big and you will be the next biggest thing as far as I'm concerned. Like, you're going to be so huge in my mind, you know? And I think he has the potential to do that. And here we are now. I saw
one of those record labels though.
He was, I didn't get into details with him, but he was with Sony out in Dubai.
Yeah, he was signed.
So he's signed. I don't know if that contract is still in play or if he's still with Sony, but I know he ran with them for a year or two. And I didn't ask him if he's still under the label, or if he's under a new label.
Yeah, man, a talented, humble youth.
But yeah, like that's what even pushed me further to see how the man just chill. So I mean, that said, let me just get a slight introduction here. Let's see my reel for our next guest, and then we'll continue to talk.
Yeah, she do it Johnny for me.
Thinking about your love, baby, I'm in love. I'm so far gone, feels like heaven. I say about, yeah. I say about, does your name man? I say about, does your name man? I say about.
So, you artists, Savanna.
Good evening.
How are you doing, Savanna?
I'm good.
So, Rome, how long have you known Savanna? Because it seems as if you guys know each other well.
Savanna and I know Savanna a couple of years well. Seen her in the studio whenever I go to see Tyler Casey, and she'll be there miserable as ever. She's very, I must say she's very, very talented. She did a lot of demos in the past. Vocals, demos, and background vocals for a lot of artists, for some big songs that you all would know as well. And I was actually happy to see her come out as an artist.
Right.
So I don't want to hijack an interview, but Savanna,
how come I jump out myself?
Yeah, jump out.
I think this song the second song that was released meant a lot to me, and it was offered. I got an offer by your manager to buy the song, and I was like,
and that's what Savanna name man.
Okay.
I was like, Jeff, really tell me that.
I say, I feel I could do this one, I feel I could do this one myself because it means so much to me. I feel I want to carry this one.
Right.
And I guess I always had people in my ear saying, Chris, that's my real name. Chris, do this thing now, girl. Do the thing now. Why you're good. What happened to you? Why you hiding? Don't know what's wrong with you. Why you have a day job? Why you doing this? Just do the thing. And I find that COVID was the perfect situation for me because I am shy and I don't like to perform and I don't like to go up on stage. This is very nerve-wracking for me right now, by the way.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, shy being 10, like utmost shy, like a turtle shy, and 1 being real outgoing, which where are you?
Right now?
Or in general, as a person, what do you rate yourself?
In general, it changes. It will change. Right now, I will say I'm a 6.
Yeah.
I'm a
you
little.
You know what's funny? I think there's a lot of entertainers that actually are not. What's the word? I want to say you're extroverted.
Mm-hmm.
So by nature, you're actually shy into yourself, but you become an extrovert because of the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm one of those. I don't just go out in public and I start all talking to anybody I see. But if people know me, they're like, yeah, Dre always just cool. You always talking and you can always get a good talk with Dre. But I don't just see strangers. I think once I form a circle, I know people, then it's comfortable. So when I actually started the show, it was really uncomfortable to talk to a camera and I was nervous. I didn't know what to do. But if I catch you in a party with a mic, I will talk for hours, And here you are now, you're saying shy. But if you're in this industry, you're going to have to go on stage and interact with audience and do some... Rome? Does she have to do some Denise Belfort move? Some Alison Hines whining?
I'm waiting to see her on a stage perform. I am waiting to see this. This is what I'm waiting to see because we know, but she knows that, of all people, she knows that there's a difference between singing in a studio with singing on a stage. And a lot of artists don't realize that. And I met a lot of new artists who they never knew the difference until they hit their first stage. And some of them would freeze up, but she wouldn't do that because I know Savanna and her personality is a very bubbly one and she seems very brave. So I'm waiting to see her on her stage and see how she handle it.
Yeah. So Savanna, doing the music video there, I mean, there's a lot of sex appeal that you brought to the screen. Was that natural? Or it took real takes?
Oh gosh, that's a tricky question. I would say it's natural to some extent, but to do it in front of people.
Right.
So the night before, my friends, we all stayed in an apartment together because, you know, I have to get the hype. They say, okay, stand up there, go over there and perform for us. We went to that music video worried because they say, Chris, if that's what you're going to do, we're going to spend whole day doing this. They were worried, legit worried. And I guess when I got into this space and had to go, okay, it's time to work. This is work mode.
Yeah.
I just changed and I was able to do it. And when I was done, they was like, why I wasn't doing this all the time? You make me so proud. I didn't think you could have do it, but you do it. I saw them at the corner of my eye standing up watching it.
Yeah.
And at the end, he was like, you do good. You do good. You're good.
And as you're saying, right, Rome, you're saying when it's time to
saw
go
the
on stage,
video and
there's no freezing up.
no, I saw the video and I found the video was well put together. It was a quality music video. And I found the acting in it was really well done. The dancing in it, I said, well, maybe she all the moves. So I found it was a good video, especially for someone's first video like that.
Yeah.
Well, I must say.
You know, Rome, you was almost that guy.
I know.
I was almost that guy.
No, but for real, Savanna, you said Rome was supposed to be the lead man. That's real.
It was almost that guy.
Yeah, I was supposed to do it and I was going to do it. And I had my show, my concert to film that same day. Yeah, so I couldn't make the shoots.
Yeah. You find yourself way more busy now, Rome, during lockdowns? Like a lot of people 10 times busier than when life was normal, you know?
Well, no, I wouldn't say I'm a lot busier now because like a Christmas period for me is hectic. Sometimes last year we clocked probably around 65 shows in one season. So last year in one weekend I would do 16 shows in a weekend, sometimes 8 shows in one night.
Wow.
So our Christmas period for me is really, really hectic. So this time is a bit different, but I'm still busy, but not as busy as usual. Yeah. And
Savanna,
stuff is a lot more work too, though.
Right.
It's not just running on a stage, perform and leave, especially if you have to put on your own show. Is a lot of pre-production.
Yeah.
Is a lot of work.
I definitely see that. So like even that 1 yard thing that was done, I'm sure that was no easy task.
You wouldn't believe how long it took to shoot that 1 yard.
As opposed to us doing a live show.
Exactly.
With a stage manager.
Exactly. It took takes and takes and takes and takes, and the lighting has to be correct and everything is a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Man. So Savanna, you said COVID was good for you in the sense that it allowed you to come out. Was this, I mean, was it a time where you wanted to come out as an artist before and you just didn't think the timing was right? Or it just naturally happened this way? Or 5 years now you wanted to jump out to yourself and you're held back?
I won't say that, I think I just had more time on my hands now. I had more time to put behind the creative side of me. Right. I'm very creative and I like to do different things. I don't like to be bored. So if I'm bored, I'll pick up myself and do something. I'll bake a cake. So I got into baking cakes and started a cake business off of being bored, baking cakes. So this was just another one of, I'm not ready to be bored. I like writing songs. I like singing. I sing background vocals.
Right.
So I just went with the flow.
Right.
I grew up in the studio. The studio in my house. I am in the studio right now.
So people who don't know what studio she's talking about, Dre, is her two. I'm kind of younger than you, or you older than you?
What's that?
We'll keep that a secret.
Two of her brothers are big producers. So you're looking at Bajan Republic and KC or Precision Productions.
That's crazy you said that, Romy, because I did realize that when I saw one of her other interviews where she mentioned that. I never knew that. And I was actually telling Savanna that I would like to have a show with her and her two brothers where it's just called the Phillips family, the Phillips show.
And her dad too.
Correct.
Dad, yeah.
So I didn't even know the history behind all that because I knew there was Bajon and I didn't even know Bajon was a Phillips.
Mm-hmm. Was Kyle,
right.
Yeah.
So it's just musical talent. So that means there's more pressure, Savanna. Do you feel more pressure? Or you have more support?
Again, with these questions, I'm going to rock your boat. Growing up in the studio, even though I was here, I found it was too easy. I said, it's too easy. I could just go downstairs, get off my bed and go in the studio and sing. That's too easy.
Yeah.
I went to school, so I have 2 degrees. I have an undergrad and a master's degree in science. So my father will tell me now, I send you to school to come home and bake cake and to be a soca artist. So I always get that banter from them. They also think that I'm not serious. I don't know if that's the right thing to say. They think I'm so shy and scared that I might not go through with it. So that's the pressure. I guess maybe the pressure is to prove them wrong.
Right.
That's the challenge. To show them that I don't need to be scared. I don't need to sing soca. I don't need to really whine on a stage. So the dancing you see in the video was just natural. It wasn't planned. You might get that. I don't know. But I just doing music because I love music.
As a Trinidadian artist now coming out, and I'm asking this like generally because I really would like to know, do you come out thinking I have to go down one direction, as in I need to eventually be a soca artist, or you think or you're thinking broad-minded still, I just want to be an artist, whether it's dancehall, R&B, hip-hop, pop. I will go any direction my voice takes me and my creativity takes me. Are you still on that page? Because I think a lot of people start off there and then they realize, wait a minute, the Caribbean fighting me down to be a pop artist, so I have to go and do soca, or I might as well go into parang or chutney. And how do we? So where are you right now?
I am exactly what you said with the creativity. If
Wherever
I hear some music, if I sing pop on it, the music might sound soca-y, but I sing in pop on the music.
Right.
It doesn't mean that I have to be boxed into, all right, let's take it soca or let's take it pop. The music is so versatile now. I don't even think we could. Why are we boxing it in?
That's what I'm telling you. We never intend to. But I spoke to Choppy a couple of weeks on the show. Choppy is very versatile. He he touched soca. He's still he started off in hip hop. But I want to say, you get at the time like he's driving to be a hip hop star in Trinidad, and he realized he's not crossing a certain ceiling. And then he started doing other things, and eventually he's in soca. And he doesn't want to be a soca artist, but it's kind of disheartening when you want to be a pop star in the Caribbean and you realize I mightn't be a pop star outside of Trinidad, or Trinidad giving you love, but you don't have the avenues to get outside of Trinidad to get the love in North America.
The thing is, everybody so far that I've spoken to, they always ask. So when I dropped right away with Choppy, they would ask, so when you're releasing the soca?
You see? Why are we like that? Rome, why are we like that? They're trying to make Rome this red man, pretty boy, soca pop, right? When you come out. Rome, we need to sing some sweet man soca.
Boy, I don't know. I think, and Choppy, I know Choppy before he was Choppy. I knew Sean from Nebula 868. And I thought that duo was the wickedest thing to come out of Trinidad and Tobago.
Same.
I thought they were going to blow up. I thought they were going to blow up internationally. And when it didn't, I was so shocked. And I asked him, I was like, why not? And then he gave me the backstory with that. And I was so disappointed in it. Because if you listen to their music, it is on an international level. You would never even believe that Nebula 868 music was from here. I heard some of their music for the first time on the radio. And I was like, Dread, this thing is sounding international.
Yeah.
And I think
the visuals too, the music videos are always high.
The music videos too. But then when I realized what was taking place was that when you're trying to pierce that international market, the competition is unbelievable.
Right.
So it is really difficult for somebody from Trinidad and Tobago to make it in that international market. Let's say to be the next Rhianna.
Yeah.
If you start like that. Because when you go out there, you have tens of thousands of people to compete with in the US market who have record label backings with like a lot of money backing them to do the visuals, to do the marketing campaigns. Because I realize in this industry, and especially being on radio, I realize this, right? A lot of new artists, and Savanna, take note of this too, is that when we're on the radio station, we receive email blasts every single day from artists all around the world, all around the Caribbean, right? And picture this, guys. We get hundreds of emails. So for Carnival, we have over 3,000 emails coming in with just songs,
Yeah.
songs. So picture every day the program director or the music supervisor is going to get hundreds of emails. It's not possible for them to go through all of them. So they are going to literally pick the names that they know.
Yeah.
So if they see Destra, if they see Marshall, if they see Bungie, the big names that they know, they're going to pick those songs and listen to them and then put them on the playlist. If they see a new up-and-coming artist coming out, chances are they're not going to click on their names unless that up-and-coming artist does a huge marketing campaign so that your name is known to the DJ or to the music supervisor. So picture that on a local level. Now, if you're going to be an international artist, getting your song on, let's say, Hot 97 or one of those big stations across there, if we are getting hundreds of emails in Trinidad and Tobago, they are probably getting thousands or tens of thousands of emails every day from that artist. So what is going to distinguish a new artist from the Caribbean from those artists out there? Without a huge marketing campaign, you have a 1 in a million chance of making it out there.
Let me ask you something. You're talking about one aspect here. You're talking about the radio play. I think that now we moving into a streaming culture.
Right.
Where people are now, they form their own fan base and your fans looking for your music to stream your music on iTunes, on Spotify, and all these other apps. How do you think then new artists fare on that level?
So now it is a lot easier for new artists to break out on the scene because of social media. And a perfect example of that is the whole Trinidad movement in Trinidad and Tobago. That Trinidad movement came out of nowhere. Was on radio and I didn't even know some of those songs. And when I go to a party or a zest and the DJ drop the tune and I hear the whole crowd singing out the song word for word, and I'm like, what is this? We play this on the radio. How we all know this song? And then I realized the power of social media and streaming is that these youths coming up between the ages of as young as 7 to let's say 22, you see that age group there? They are heavy on social media and on the internet streaming this music. So they don't need the radio to push their songs anymore. They put their music out there on YouTube. They put music videos out like how Savanna did his. And this goes viral and they build their fan base and their following. And when they do that now, Savanna, it transfers to radio. Because once your song is big on the street or online, now radio has no choice but to play it because it's already a hit before the radio can even make it a hit.
Yeah, and I saw artists. I want to say it's Anselm Douglas came up in my reels or my feed on the IG, and he was talking about the power of the fans, and now the fans speaking, they're taking their power on the social media platforms, where just the fans could make or break you. So if Savanna, just say if she launched a song, and all her friends push it, and then push and it, circle. Before you know this song, I don't know, the song has 1 million views in a week. The radio going to say, well, who's Savanna, you know? We need to play the song because clearly everybody else loving the song because the fans speaking.
Because people send us stuff that is viral and we play it. So a lot of people would say your song, you know, I'll never forget is this guy who sang Them There's Horn. Them There's Horn is Trinidad Ghost. You remember his first hit was Them There's Horn. And I remember hearing somebody on the radio saying, telling another new artist, boy, your song not mixed and mastered properly. The quality of the music itself is not good. If you go back and listen to Trinidad Ghost, Them There's Horn, it sounds as though he recorded that in a home studio.
Yeah.
No proper mix or master or nothing like that, but the song became a hit and it was played on the radio because the virality of the song.
Right.
The song became a hit in the street and it played. That guy who stood on the roof and said, I want to party, I want to wine and go down low. Somebody recorded that with a phone, and that is now a radio drop on numerous radio stations. Nobody else had the mix and master and quality. So it's all about the content. So Savanna is on the right page, but putting out visual content because in this day and age, people's attention spans are really short. So you had to capture them with both your audio and your visuals, which she did.
Yeah, real short. Savanna, do you think in your position, like how do you how do you say, okay, as Rome mentioned Rhianna, right? And I will always mention Rhianna as the Bayesian or the Caribbean artist that became a mega pop star. Do you sit back and think, I could be the next Rhianna to yourself? Do you tell yourself that I could be the next Rhianna?
I don't know if I would tell myself that, but I've heard people say things like that. Like you just saw it, Kalika said,
Yeah.
Savanna going to blow up. You
Right.
have people saying these things based on hearing your song or seeing your video for the
Right.
first time. They understand. Or the first song with HRP, everybody said, but this is international content.
Yeah.
This song could make it and cross borders. And in my mind, I'm like, who determines that? Who takes the box and flips the switch and say, okay, let's move her from this category and put her here?
DJ Khaled determines that.
Who determines that? I mean, the possibility is there, yes. I think it was after the video shoot or after the video was released, I sat down and I was like, wow, okay, what is happening?
Right.
What am I doing? I am doing this, okay, and I have to accept every single consequence that comes with it.
Yeah.
So it's a choice and it's a reality we have to accept and be open to.
Right. So you are more one of those people that, and this is what I'm trying to figure out. Would you let the people speak for you and say, man, this girl have mad talent, she's going to be something, and then will that push you to the next level because you already believe in yourself, but they're pushing you further? Or I guess I'm trying to get to the point that I don't give a damn what anybody says. I will be the next boom. I don't care if everybody hates me. I will be the next and I'll prove them wrong. Either way.
Let me switch it up. I don't care if everybody hates me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to release music. I'm going to keep singing. So it's about the music. That's what it goes back to for me. It's about the music. It's not about me as a person or me as an artist or me as a celebrity. I never wanted the celebrity thing.
Right.
That's what I run. That's what I'm running from, eh? But why you laugh?
Because it comes hand in hand. It comes hand in hand.
I hear about you, Aram. I hear about you already.
It comes hand.
What did we hear about Rome?
It comes hand in hand. But you will learn that you're not roti. You can't please everybody. Not everybody will like you. Roti is the only thing everybody today will like.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get that backlash, and you just had to roll with it. Roll with the punches.
It's already coming. I already get it, but I welcome it because I smile and I say, "That's all right. It's not for you. It's for me."
Yeah, true.
It's for me.
I was watching Voices live stream on Thursday night, and this is what I loved. I didn't stay on for the whole thing, but I love this one part. They wanted Shensia to come on his stream, but Shensia was doing her own lives, right? And they started to tell everybody in that stream, yo, tag up Shensia, tell her come on the live. People started to go, Shensia. All of a sudden now, I kind of go on about my business. I come back and I catch myself and Shensia called into their live. And big them up for 2 minutes, and say, yo, we're going on voice and that. And their live went from, 4,000, 5,000 viewers, like 8,000 viewers, right? And I'm telling myself, how this is the beauty of where we are today. We could take someone like a Rome or anybody at Savanna. We could be on a live and we could then tell the audience, hey, I want you to go and call DJ Khaled. I want you to call Puffy and start tagging Puffy on this thing. And if you have the numbers and the mass movement and we start to support each other on the Caribbean level, we could then push to that Hot 97 and say, yo, guys, you all need to come and watch this artist now. We call in it, and they will come in and peek and say, why everybody pinging me? Why people pinging me to say, come and watch this? They come in, and if they like what they see, you could change like that.
And I don't think people realize how connected the world is because of the internet and because of the social media thing.
Insane.
And the other thing I didn't realize too was when I did that show on VH1, I always thought these artists did not manage their own social media pages. I saw that somebody was behind the keyboard posting these things for these international artists. It's not. It's
You're right. Some of them doing their own IGs?
They are there live. When I was on that show with Lil Kim, Maya, and Chilli, they are on their phone. If you DM them, they will see it. They see everything. They see all the comments. They see everything on it. Some of them have joint accounts with their management team. But they are all personally on it. So they might have a manager who might be sharing the account with them and will be able to post. But they actually do their own stuff.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought it up because I wanted to talk about the show because the show to me was a creeper. I heard nothing about it. And all of a sudden, hey, it's VH1, Rome and girls, I'm thinking, when did this happen? Then in Carnival, I'm thinking, where were these people in Carnival? How did you keep that so quiet?
That was a really difficult thing for me because we had to keep that thing hush for months.
Right. So let me go actually start. How did you get casted and how did you end up on the show?
It was random. What happened was VH1 decided to come, they decided to come to the Caribbean to shoot the show. And everybody was telling them, if you're coming to the Caribbean to do a cruise, you have to go to Trinidad and Tobago for Carnival.
Okay.
And they were like, okay, cool. Well, if we're going to Trinidad and Tobago for Carnival, we need someone to show us around.
Yes.
Because we need like a fun director. That's what they call it. Right? A fun director to show us around. Somebody who knows the country, somebody who has links in the country, and somebody who knows about the carnival itself.
Right.
So they reached out to a partner of mine who has a concierge service. And they asked him, because they didn't know anyone down here. And they asked him, could you recommend a couple of people who we could interview for the job? And he recommended me as one of the guys.
All right. And I was saying that's a stop because that call to me normally goes to someone like a Lauren O'Connor.
Right. So Lauren and they were also a part of it. And my manager, Andre Jeffers, he just called me that day and he says, listen, you're going to get a call. We didn't know it was VH1 at the time. He said it's going to be an agency. They're just going to call you. They want to chat with you over WhatsApp video call. I was like, WhatsApp video call? He's like, yeah, it's about some TV show. We don't know about it. They're not giving much information. And the girl just calls me, video chat, and she just starts to ask me questions. She was like, are you single? I was like, yeah. She was like, are you okay with having a lot of women all over you? I was like, what?
Hell yeah.
What show is this? And then she was like, do you have abs? Is this a blackout casting? What is it?
Wow.
She was like, do you have abs? Can we see your abs? So I had to show her my abs on the camera.
Yeah.
And then she was like, tell us about Trinidad and Tobago's Carnival. And I had to sell Carnival to them, to somebody who never experienced Carnival before. And after I sold Carnival to her, she was like, we need to have you on the show because after that description you gave me of Trinidad's Carnival, you're making me want to come there right this minute. Wow. And then she asked me, how connected am I down here? And then I told her, well, I'm actually an entertainer down here. Because they didn't know I was an entertainer.
Right.
They got my recommendation and contacted me. So it pulled off in the end. Like after that interview, they flew me up 2 days later to New York.
So there was no resume. It was like Rome is this. You need something.
Random. They had no clue. Even on the show, Dre, when I was on that boat, remember, they had me acting as a worker on the boat, as a fun director on the boat.
Yeah.
So to the girls, they had no clue who I was in Trinidad and Tobago. They didn't know I was a singer. They didn't know I was an artist. They just thought I was working on the boat. And I didn't say anything. So when they came to Trinidad and Tobago, at that point in time, I had a campaign running with Digicel, and there were Digicel billboards all over the country with me on it. So they were in Trinidad, and they're like, why are there billboards with Rome on it? I thought you work on the boat. What happened there? And then we go for Carnival. And
like VH1 got a big budget, boy. VH1 put up his
They're like, how come people want to take pictures with him? Who is he down here? So they had no clue who I was there until they got here.
Wow.
Yeah,
that
so we had everything on the wraps.
So that was just meant for you.
Yeah. I would say it was a blessing. Because
Totally.
as well too, I left engineering. So just like Savanna said, she has 2 degrees. People didn't know that I was actually an engineer. And I worked Petrodrin for most of my adult life. For 10 years, I worked Petrodrin. And only when Petrodrin closed, then I had the opportunity to do entertainment full time. And then VH1 called. So it was like everything just happens for a reason, where Petrodrin just closed down and now jump into entertainment full time, and then bam, VH1 calls, and I get this huge opportunity, like the first person in Trinidad and Tobago to be on VH1.
Yeah. Huge.
It was.
Did you, in all honesty, think that you had a legit shot to be with Chilli?
Actually, I did.
You did?
Because, don't laugh, Savanna, but what the deal is this?
You know why? You know why I think so? Because your name man.
Because I name man. As her song says, because your name man. Let me tell you, when I first got on that show, I was nervous because
Right.
I was a bit starstruck because I grew up listening to TLC
Yeah.
and listening
And
to
Little Kim.
and Maya. And remember,
Maya.
they had Grammy Award-winning artist too.
Yeah.
And I come in on the boat as this little parang man to them, right? And I was being real. I was like, I am here in my career, and they are like way up there in multi, in terms of award-winning artists and that sort of thing. So I was a bit starstruck and a bit nervous. And then I realized I'm living with these people on this boat. So their rooms were 2 doors down from my room. I would see them in the morning, have breakfast with them, have lunch with them, have dinner with them. And they were so cool and so normal that within like a day or two, the whole stardom thing wore off immediately.
Right.
And then I actually had like a genuine connection with Chilli. So when Chilli and I first met, she would come, she would give me a big hug, and then we started flirting with each other.
Yeah.
And then I realized, wait now,
Then the Trini in here kick in. The vice president of the Red Man Association was awakened.
Yeah, boy, it was like normal. She was like a normal girl. It wasn't like you're tracking Chilli. It was like there's this pretty Douglas girl on the boat, and I tracking her. That
wow. And Savanna, are you single or are you in a relationship?
I am married.
Married. Okay, good. And I'm asking that question because I want some of your input. This was so key when I saw this part too, because again, I just in putting Rome's clip together, I saw a lot of stuff that I didn't know. Rome came up with the whole, listen, I thought I had a shot with Chilli, but she had up a Great Wall of China, and I was trying to break the wall down, and and then Chilli was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And one of the girls bought Rome, you didn't even have a shot from the start. And Rome was kind of like, what? And Chilli was like, yeah, let me set it straight. Like, there was nothing to happen. But she made a very, Rome, it's so funny, it's true. But Rome, she made a very, a great statement, which I didn't think. She said, you said how you were trying to chip the wall down. And she actually said something to the I guess along the lines of, the right person for you will never have a problem or anything with who you are. And I can't remember the exact words because you said, Chilli, you had a wall and I was trying to break it down to get to the real you, but you're very protective and you have a lot of to be with you, the person needs to have a lot of patience.
Patience, yes, that's
right. But she said, no, if you have to be with me, you will never see patience as a flaw because you'd love me as who I am, with all the rules. And do you agree with that in a relationship? That when you find the right person, they will not see a flaw in you. So if you are type A, they won't even be like, you're type A, I can't be with you. They will just want to be with you.
Oh, no. I think you'll see flaws in everybody.
So you're seeing flaws. So then Rome was right then. Rome had a shot to chip the wall down.
Well,
if she was letting him, would she have let you chip the wall down?
The thing with Chilli is that Chilli was hurt in the past, right? And Chilli had a lot of reservations when it came to men. And I knew that.
Yeah.
It was, and I met women like this before who were probably hurt in past relationships. So now they're very, very cautious when they enter into new relationships or they even entertain someone. So that's what I was referring to when I referred to she had a wall up.
Yeah, right? Yeah. She was carrying a previous baggage.
Right. Which most people do. And the thing with a relationship for it to work is that you want to be able to accept the person with their baggage and then help them unpack that baggage, not to try to change them. And that was my mistake with Chilli, is that I was trying to get Chilli to loosen up, but I wasn't getting to let her just be herself and open up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she wasn't into the alcohol. She doesn't eat meat.
Right.
Yeah, she wasn't.
The thing is, a lot of the things that you do as a person and as an entertainer, she's really not about her life. But it's weird because she's an entertainer, but she's just not about.
Yeah, she's not like that. She's very, very reserved and she's very religious. So on that boat, every morning she would be doing her prayers, and she's very, very strict with her religion. Right. And me being a wild man, trying to get her to drink wasn't the way to go about doing that because she's not on that. And instead of me just realizing, okay, she's not into alcohol, don't try to force her to drink. And when you're drunk and you're drinking, well, not drunk, but when you're having a fun time and you're tight, you just try to get everybody else to drink with you.
Yeah, because as someone says, drinking alone is not cool.
Right.
So, Rome, let me ask you a question. You think you learn a lesson on how to track girls now?
Wow. Yeah. I learned Chilli real put me in my place. And remember, she was a lot older than I am. And so it was me, the young boy, tracking this more mature lady. Yeah. I learned a lot from Chilli.
So you learned a lot. So Savanna, we're talking relationships now. You're coming into the entertainment world. Is your significant other part of the entertainment industry or not?
No, not no.
Right. Because I generally, I mean, from my experience and seeing, you tend to see a lot of times it's tough when you have to take the road and do all this touring and sing and go out to all these fetes and your significant other is not involved. Sometimes it works because you want to keep separate lives. And sometimes it's hard because how do you now do what you have to do without?
Well, he is definitely trying to be part of it, and he is very interested and wants to be involved. He was the director of the video.
Right, he was the director, you said?
Yeah, he's my personal photographer. So all my pictures are by him.
So he's going to be there alongside.
Yeah, I think he will be eventually, yeah.
Nice.
Savanna, one piece of advice I can give you in this industry is to try to keep your relationship private.
Definitely.
Not public. In this industry, it's very talking from experience, it's very difficult for an entertainer to have a relationship if you put it out there in the public, because you have a lot of people who will pry into your personal life and will have a lot of things to say, and it is difficult to keep that relationship secure when you have a lot of input from other people coming in on all sides. Especially for a young lady like her, she's going to have a lot of male guys, and she's going to have a lot of male coming in her DMs and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then with her significant other being there, it would be difficult for them to balance that if she posts him or if he posts her. And
right.
Trust me, only I want to go down that road.
Yeah. I think Rome, I agree with what you said, and it's twofold. If you take what you did, you have to do that, but then you also have to, if you keep it private, you have to constantly reassure your partner of the love and the investment in the relationship. Constantly. You can't take that for granted, because then there will be I don't know if you care about me or love me as much because you're moving on with your career. Right. But you could also take the flip side where you could actually just come straight out, and two of you could be as public as possible, such as Bungie and Fayan,
right?
Or a Patrice and Ricardo Drew, where just like, hey, we here, we together.
Well,
and what?
If you're in the industry and your significant other is in the industry, you will reach a point where you can't hide it anymore. So you have no choice but to kind of embrace it. But even with Fayan and Bungie out there, you would see that they always been attacked all the time.
True. Yeah, it's so sticky.
Or even Drew and Patrice, they always attacked.
Yeah, a couple would and rest in peace, Royat. But she was Caribbean Vibrations. She was the host, and her husband was the director. And I never knew they were together. And men will check her left, right, and center. She was the host, and he was the director, cameraman. But they actually told me at one point, it is better for our business for people not to know what's going on here, because men checking her and booking her. I getting gigs, and but if we didn't know, work getting cut down. And I'm thinking, man, this is so sad where we are as a people and a society, but it is what it is. So
she will have a separate Carice from Savanna,
which is why I think she created Savanna, right, Savanna?
Right.
That's correct. Yes.
Boom. So that's said, we are at our mark. Let's just get into what are you working on? What's coming up? So we could just get the people out there to know. Let's start with Savanna.
Working on, I have a lot of the demos in my phone that's still reaching out to producers and hoping to release sometime next year. I know you would think, but you have two brothers who are producers.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I want to work with them alone.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So lots of music to come. And they just come in singles one at a time, or are you looking to put together an EP or album? Or we're not there yet?
It could go either way, If all finished at the same time, it could be an EP. Yeah. If they finish one at a time and I want to do visuals for each one, it could come out as singles.
But is that how it works as an artist? Or do you supposed to set a goal and say, I'm going to come up with an EP by this date, and then you put it together? How do you do this?
I initially said I was coming out with an EP.
Right.
That was my initial thought.
So why don't we just stick to that? Why don't you just say by
because I released 2 singles already, and I'm like, okay, I like any singles vibes.
Yeah. And you
And I
put
think
4 more together and you have an EP. And we could do that by
with
May.
singles, no problem.
And you
No
say
problem.
May 2020, this is going to be the EP and it's called this title. You could do that by next week. That way you have a goal and
I
you know
could.
every month you need to drop a single, which means you have a commitment to deliver EP by May.
But in dropping a single, there's a certain amount of effort, energy, and money you have to put behind each one.
Yeah.
So in the EP, not all will have to be a single. So it's deciding which of the demos that I have on my phone I don't want to put as much energy behind. That's a hard decision because I think everything I have is gold.
Goal. Yeah.
So
That's good. That's the way
I
to
think
think.
I think I'm doing the singles.
Yeah. And I'm only pushing you because I'm playing devil advocate because in the creative world, I know there are times when I get creative blocks and you can't commit to a deadline and always deliver. I know that. I might say Friday, I'll give you a video edit and the 2 days before that, I can't even know what to do with this video mentally.
Right.
So I'll have to get it done 2 days later. So yeah, but at times I need that deadline to get the video done, otherwise there's backlog.
Yeah, you need a goal inside. Yeah. Agreed.
I like what she said in focusing on the singles because as new artists, and the same thing I mentioned to you guys in terms of being recognized by the DJs and getting the music out there, is that you have to have a huge marketing drive behind the songs. So a lot of artists tend to focus heavily on the music, the content, and the sound itself, but they forget the marketing campaign that has to go with it. Because the only way the DJ is going to know that you are out there, or even your fans on the internet, is that you have to push that product. If you have the best tasting juice in the world and nobody knows about it, it's going to sit right home in your fridge and you and your mommy go and drink it.
Facts. I have this argument with my team all the time. If nobody know, then it's just as good as not being existent.
Exactly. Then it really doesn't exist.
Ro, before we plug, the show you have coming up. Someone I see Curlin is asking, Savanna, do you get any input from your brothers? Do they step in to say, I think you should do this or that?
Definitely. At the end of the day, they are my brothers. So even though I might work with other producers, so Name Man was done by Kit Israel of Advocate Productions.
Right.
I still would go back to Casey for some sort of reference. I will send him all my demos. Casey, I like this. What do you think about this? This sounds good. If I don't get a response, I'm going to still go ahead.
So you do check in with them on your side?
I do.
You check in more with them than they checking in on you, it seems.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Nice.
Whose opinion you value more between Kyle and Casey's?
Wow, why are you doing me that?
Good
Why are you
question.
doing me that? I value mine, my opinion.
Your opinion. All right.
I would say both. Kyle has a different je ne sais quoi. Kyle come from a different age. So he understands a different set of people, a different generation. Casey likes to go by the book. He's logical. So he wants to go with what making sense. If it makes sense to do X, Y, and Z, we're doing that.
Right.
Kyle is more of a vibes. I ain't feeling that vibes, or it should be like this, it should be like that. So both are essential, I think.
Yeah. So you put three of them together, three of you all together, it's like a power team, a solid
And
triangle.
then have Daddy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Daddy was the one who was behind Name Man, as in I was a bit worried about it, worried carrying it on my own. And when I played it for him, he's like, yeah, there's it.
Nice.
Release this one. He was on that one, full 100.
We'll boss it tomorrow, Ronnie Boom.
Call me. Call me. You know
This is
what
time
to
to push on. Yeah, Savanna, I was glad you came on the show because I know we were speaking and you were busy. I think with the video, when I called you last weekend, you had to do the video. And sometimes this will just fizzle away and you could have gone your way. But I know, especially like for me, on the shy part, when I was back in the day, I was turning down real interviews just because I did not like being interviewed. You know, because it's like, I don't want to be bothered. I want to be in my own space, no bother me. But I'll tell you this, as an upcoming artist, every interview you get, whether it's with Jack, Daniel, whoever, you say yes. Just say yes. Do it. Because I turned down so many that I regret now. And it's just momentum. It's only momentum in your favor. Every interview you take.
The same with performances, Savanna. Once you start to get performances, take all.
Yeah.
All till they get your name out there. That's how I made it with Paran. Beat the street.
I guess is me stepping out of my comfort zone. That's the only way I'll grow, right?
Yeah.
I have to step out there.
Yeah. Rome, Parang show. What day?
Right, Parang with Rome. It is this Saturday. It is Saturday the 19th. We were supposed to do this Sunday and then we shift the date.
Okay.
To Saturday. So it's Saturday the 19th. This Saturday at 8:30 p.m. is going to be streaming live on
Trini time, right?
Yeah, 8:30 p.m. Trini time. Yeah.
7:30 Eastern. Okay.
Right. It'll be streaming live on Digicel's Facebook page.
Right.
And it will be televised on TTT in Trinidad and Tobago.
Boom.
So that concert we have is Parang with Rome. So I feature some of the other artists that I would look up to in the Parang world. So I have Kenny J, I have Crazy, Marcia Miranda, and then I have some Parang bands. I have Los Amigos de Lopino, and I have Los Alumnos de San Juan there. And then it's not only just a concert, but we have like some acoustic songs. Is a different thing. We have some interviews with some of the artists, like a Bacon a Ham with Marcia Miranda, a Making Sorrel with Crazy. So it's different elements showing them in a different light and highlighting Parang music and the culture of Trinidad and Tobago. Because I always believe that Christmas in Trinidad and Tobago is very unique, not only with the food items, but that we have our own genre of music around Christmas time.
Yeah. Wicked. So
Yeah, so
Saturday
look forward to that.
19th, we all tuning in.
Yep.
And thank you very much, guys. Seriously, like, I really enjoyed this conversation. Mashing a room with the whole Chilli thing.
You got exclusive because I never really reveal all of that. With Chilli and I.
Nice.
Chilli, I love you, Chilli. I still love you. I will call you later.
Yeah. So for everybody on the stream, what I'm going to do, two things. I'm going to thank my guests, then they could roll on their way. I'm going to show you Name Man. We're going to drop the music video here so you guys could see it if you didn't see it as yet. It's on YouTube as well. And then stick around, guys, because I want to announce winners with Inside Soca for TJJ merch that our friends at Inside Soca is giving away to lucky winners of the contest. So Rome, Savanna, thank you. I'm going to run your music video so people could see the Savanna side of you. And it was real.
Thank you for having me. No, this was
Yeah,
great.
my pleasure.
Nice. So that was new upcoming artist straight out of Trinidad and Tobago, goes by the name of Savanna, and you could check out on IG at It's Savanna. And yeah, new talents. And again, shout out to Rome for rocking with us and sharing some good stories. So that said, it's another show. It's a wrap from beautiful Florida. It is Christmas, and I love you guys. Trini Jungle Juice merch, store.trinijunglejuice.com. And for those of you who ordered and still waiting, it's on its way. It's not me, it's the post office, but it's on its way. And if you got it already, and I hope you like it as much as I do, and if you do, you could drop a review of the product on our website. Thank you again for our beautiful guests for joining me. I will see you guys next week for another episode. So peace, love, and Trini Jungle Juice. Yes.